I'm wanting to tell you today about a brand new podcast. It is called For the City. It's produced in partnership between Rhema Media and Auckland Church Network, featuring theologian and former pastor Dale Campbell, and who interviews various fascinating people in their various places about their visions of peace for the city. Morena, Dale.
Morena, how are you?
I'm good. Already you feature on my show anyway, so I know all about you.
We have good chats.
We have good chats. And so I thought it would be good to get you in today to talk about some other chats that you have with some other people.
I've been having a lot of fun.
Making a podcast, did you enjoy it?
It's a lot of fun. I mean, the gear looks kind of cool. You know, you got these boom arms and microphones, and you're sitting in these cool places talking to cool people.
Yeah, I have to say my making of podcasts involves making them in the studio, but yeah, you've got that gear that you can go out here, there, and everywhere and have a bit of fun.
Rhema's gear.
Rhema's gear, but you got to, and I remember you sitting there pushing all the buttons, looking quite excited as you were about to head out.
That's right.
Yeah. So what brought you to making this particular podcast, Dale?
Well, it's a partnership between Rhema, who loves great content, and also Auckland Church Network, who I work for, and we just love the city, and we love hearing. I mean, this podcast is an opportunity to kind of zoom in, you know, and get some really close-up stories from specific people and hear in some rich detail what they're doing.
I bet you loved that. Yeah.
Yeah, we go where they're at, too. So, like the first episode, I got to go out to Mangere, this beautiful church marae called Te Karati Te Po Hiringawaka, and interview the wonderful Kirian Hokianga.
Awesome. Yeah, I've listened to that episode. She's cool.
Yeah.
I keep meaning to get her on my show again.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, so just talking. And so what sort of things are you sort of talking about with her?
With her, with each person, we talk a little bit about, so we use the 3 Ps, the person, the place, and the vision for peace.
Okay.
And so, yeah, we talk a little bit about her connection to her iwi and to her whānau, and her sense of calling as a Māori kai kofo evangelist, and a little bit about Mangere, how she sees it, you know, and then a little bit about her vision for reconciliation and for peace. Yeah.
So you're getting to have some deep, meaningful conversations with people. Yeah,
lots of people too, like the former chef Sophie Gray, director of Good Works Trust. She runs this. That's right. She's doing a great work with food security on the North Shore.
That's right.
Got to talk to her. Got to talk to my local national MP, Dan Bidwa.
Okay.
So it's got some great people to talk to.
Yeah, yeah. Now, what I noticed on the episode with Kirian, you were doing a bit of singing, a bit of waiata at the end.
Yes.
That must have been fun. And tell me,
it's fun.
Is that going to happen on every episode?
I'm sorry to say that it does not happen every episode. I mean, I don't know if Dan Bidwa or Sophie Gray sang, but I just thought, I knew that Kitty Ann, it was such a big part of who she is. You know, she's just actually quite a good guitar player, and her voice is beautiful.
It is beautiful.
So I thought, hey, let's do a cultural exchange. You know, she shares a waiata, and I share this Johnny Cash song. And boy, Kitty Ann adds the beautiful backing vocal to that song.
That's fun.
It was so much fun.
Yeah. So each episode, what is it, around 27 minutes or something?
Yeah, 25, 27, 28.
Yeah. Well, that's a good length, because often for people that's a sort of a commute in a car.
That's right.
You know, and so if my traffic's behaving, that's about my commute.
Exactly.
So you can sort of slot it in from start to finish.
It's enough to be in depth without being exhausting.
Yeah. I've got to say, I don't like podcasts that go on for ages. She's got one that's only 10 minutes in length.
Yours is great. Yours is a great podcast.
We're not talking about Where Do You Find God? Oh, drop that in. No, we're talking about For the City. And what's some of the things perhaps that surprised you and you learnt in this process of making this podcast, Dale?
I don't know, just people's. I mean, it's not over the top like preachy in terms of the podcast, but it's just lovely to hear people's faith motivation.
Yeah,
you know, for the why behind what they do, and the various ways that they articulate that. That you never know how that's going to come out.
No,
it's really cool.
You don't, and you can't have somebody who makes podcasts and does interviews every day.
Yes,
you can't control the narrative, can you?
But it's great, you know, the rich diversity. Some people is just gently sitting there behind, and some of them is like really explicitly driving them. It's just awesome.
Yeah, no, it's a pleasure and an honor, isn't it, to hear people's stories.
And we want to celebrate them. That's the whole vision, is that we just really want to honor people that are doing the work on the ground. But we also think this podcast can potentially inspire other people. I heard this thing that was happening, and that inspired me to try something where I live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, because this is based in Auckland City, right?
That's right.
The Auckland Church Network. But like you say, those things that people are doing in the city.
That's right.
You could be an MP in Christchurch or...
Yeah. And obviously we're inspired by the Jeremiah 20:29, build houses, plant vineyards, settle down, increase, don't decrease, pray for the peace of the city. And so whatever city that people are in, we're called to be people who are about the peace of the city.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So how many episodes are there?
Just at the moment, 7.
7?
Yeah.
But 7 different diverse stories.
Absolutely.
To inspire us and to entertain us and to get us thinking,
That's right.
What could I be doing in my city? So good. So For the City, you can catch it where all good podcasts are.
Yeah.
Spotify, all the rest of it, and go check it out and support it. And when you do check it out, give it a rating, give it a 5-star rating. This is how more people will find out about it. Feel free to write a review if you're so inclined and help spread the word. Dale Campbell, Auckland Church Network. So good to have you in, and congratulations on your podcast.
Thanks, Lizzie.
Thanks for joining us today. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you can catch all our interviews on Star. See you next time.